So to be young, Republican, and refreshingly liberal, that's the vision of a college radio host using his platform to push a different conservative message to the next generation. And if you remember how young voters overwhelmingly flocked to President Obama during the presidential elections last year, getting through that demographic will be critical to the GOP come 2016. Joining me now is Josh Nass, founder and chairman of the new group Voices of Conservative Youth Movement. Josh, it's great to have you here, and I want to play for everybody your clip from your introduction video. Take a peek.
We are not the party of Aiken, and we are not the party of Murdoch. We're the party of Lincoln, the party of Reagan. Republicans have failed to excite the youth of this country election after election. And the reason is simple. Young people disagree with the conservative social platform.
All right, you've got the dulcet tones, the voices down there, Josh. But you've said the primary goal of your group is to change the way the Republican Party is viewed, both by youth around the country, those coming up. So how do you intend to do that?
That's right, Thomas. You know, we don't think that young people are liberal. They vote for Democrats, but overwhelmingly on the issues that matter, on fiscal issues, on the size and scope of government. Poll after poll indicates they actually do trend conservative. In fact, in a recent poll, it was indicated that 62% of young people fear that the government is becoming too large in both size and scope, and that it's infringing on their freedoms and liberties. That ultimately is what creates that philosophical divide between liberals and conservatives. So I really think Republicans have not done enough in reaching out to young people, and I think they're underestimating the importance of young people.
So let's talk about some of the social divides, because as we dig into certain topics, there's the old guard, new guard divide on marriage equality. As we look at the Washington Post, it took a toll earlier this year, saying 81% of young voters, and this was in the age group of 18 to 29, support marriage equality. So how do you convince young people to embrace the conservative platform when there is such a split from that view? I mean, and I'll just remind everybody, the RNC, voted earlier this year to incorporate anti-marriage equality language into its platform, unifying that into its party notion going forward.
Sure. Well, Thomas, that poll is correct, but of those 81%, the poll that usually doesn't get as much attention is that close to 40% of young registered Republican voters are also for marriage equality. And that's really one of the motivating factors that led me to create this group, because I think our voices should be heard as well. Look, I think we've had a generational gap that's developed, and I think public sentiment has changed on this issue. We have gay friends, gay co-workers, gay family members. I think it's an important issue. I think it's a gateway issue for young voters. Having said that, it's not what this organization is solely about, but it is a distinguishing factor because we are the only conservative youth organization that is for marriage equality.
All right, so you mentioned Ronald Reagan. Name one modern-day name in the Conservative Party that you like.
Look, if you want to get me in trouble, you're doing a good job.
No, I don't want to get you in trouble. I just wanted one name, but we got to run. Do you have one name?
I like Christie. I like Rubio. There's a bunch.
Christie, Rubio, Josh Nass of the Conservative Youth Movement. Josh, great to have you on. Thanks.
Thank you so much,
We're back right
Thomas.
after this.